What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. Jojo's Part 3, Episode 48. We have finally made it to the final episode. I don't know how. I feel like this has taken well over a year to get this part done. It's been very long. Introduction of a new power system, new characters, of course, new timeline, abilities, all of it. We'll talk about it more once we finish the episode. Some great parts, very slow parts, you know, stand of the week type thing. But here, this is where we're at. Dio, here, going again. 1v1 versus Joestar. We seem to get the better of him last episode. Again, I don't know if it's something specific Jotaro is doing, or if it's specific to Jotaro's stand, or what it is that's giving him the ability to not so much freely move, but it is giving him the ability to move while Dio has the world, quote unquote, paused, frozen, whatever you want to call it. We left off with, which I guess seems as Joseph is not fully dead, so it's making me think that Joseph will survive the end of this to at least see his wife or see Holly, because it'd feel kind of like cheapened if he didn't return to see either of that, but maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. It looks like Polnareff will survive this. Jotaro, I'm curious just how this gets resolved and the wrap up of it all within, you know, the classic 20 or so minutes. So Jojo's Part 3, Episode 40. After we finish this, we might take like a week or two to like let it calm down. I don't know if I'll sub in something else, Patreon, and then come back to Part 4. We'll kind of play around with it. But Part 3, Episode 48, the last episode. Let's get into it. So he's not mentally okay. Got it. Was a great grandson. Oh, the disrespect is like that. Yeah, I think we've talked about it. I think Dio is fated to be the villain of every single part of the story. Let me find out. We got some ability going on back there. Oh, I think he's really dead. Didn't we see this with Abdal? I think he's actually dead. That's what I'm saying. What is he seeing right now? Time is like, you want to talk about time being stopped. Yep. Quick pep talk. Yeah, he's gonna over here desecrate our body. This outer body experience we're having. You want to talk about time stopping? He's really gonna die and not even get to see his wife or Holly. And their relationship has always been rocky this whole time. My favorite Joestar actually gone. Now I have a ton of other parts. Who's to say I won't have another favorite that replaces Joseph? But Joseph has definitely been my favorite. Ay, ay, ay. Said don't get angry. Oh, I thought he was about to turn him into a vampire there for a second. Yeah. Relax, 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 relax. He's really not gonna see his... Thought you weren't supposed to go charging. Don't do it. Don't do it. The color change up is crazy. Opening. Skip it. We're not trying to get copyrighted. Because Jojo's loves copywriting shit. I don't know why them specifically. Here we go. Alright, we're good to go. Yeah, get fucked. Unfreeze. Oh. The blood? Is absorbing that blood? It's still frozen. Okay. Yeah, he got his little 2 or 3 seconds. We're getting close to like 15, 20 plus seconds. Now we have no idea. Ten seconds now. And if I'm Dio, I want to start playing mind games with people that I'm facing. You think it's 5 seconds, I extend it to 10. You think it's 10, I pull it short at like 3. Like, I'm not going to always play the same game. He might be too cocky to think like that, but like, I'm not going to let anybody know how long it is. And I might make you think it's 5 seconds, 10. I'm always going to start, stop at different times. Okay, not the x-rays of the broken bones. I was about to say, are we gonna do something about that impact falling from like 10 stories high? Polnareff, help. I don't even know if Polnareff even knows where we're at. 1. You know, anime time's different. Like, I can count 9 seconds and Dio will be like, it's only been 3. I'm not even gonna try to count. Not the narrator having to check in. I mean, you gotta save it till the end of the time. The 2 seconds that you have. Yeah, he gets 2 seconds to fuck him up. Where did he go? What new has he unlocked? My man went to an off-site construction. He's got 2 seconds. He's got to get through that and to Dio. My man went to the nearest construction site and just grabbed it and brought it back? That's gonna drop on us when this time is... It's not great. It's not great. Time's still frozen. Oh, I thought he was forming 4 arms over there. Now he's getting too cocky. If we were talking like this on the flip side, I'd say it's not over, and yeah. Yeah. I think what's most busted about Dio's ability is that it pauses everything, the entire world. That's what I'm saying, the time's still frozen, bro. is that it doesn't affect like a specific radius. That seemed doable. This, like, the entire world stopped is ridiculous. A certain radius, fine, but like the entire world? Got some fake sunlight out there or something? Reverse time stop? What's happening here? Time still stopped. What? We over here controlling time now? I stopped time? Huh? What the fuck is happening? Are we now in control of his world, or are we doing our own stop time? What? How much time do we have left? 10 or so minutes? What? That's what I'm saying. We are controlling. Are we controlling? Wait. So did we just stop time on the back of his, or are we controlling his own world? So have we unlocked a new ability with Star Platinum? Ooh. Now he does regen though. What the hell just happened? If I'm Dio, I'm freaking out. Tell him, Jotaro. We got to see the classic Star Platinum just wailing into someone for a good like 30 seconds straight. Oh god. As I'm saying, he does regen, so we gotta like... Can he heal quick enough, get up before I beat ass? Just hit me with one time. One time, just hit me with the classic. And next you'll say, just for Joseph's sake, one time. That is correct. If we take any specific damage, we are fucked. Jotaro, he's slowly healing. Don't let this man do it. Man, the blind swords... Fuck. Fuck. This isn't looking good. Polnareff? Oh! I don't even know what just happened. They're playing the Victorious music. Not like the kidding, like the actual Victorious music. What did we just shoot back through him right there? What was that? If we can wait till dawn. What was that just like reverberated through his whole body right there? Oh. That's it, huh? Just pure strength. The piano opening one more time. Dead. Dead. Well, the narrator said it, so we know it's for real. But, like, I'm gonna be dead ass with you, bro. He's gonna be, in my opinion, the reoccurring villain. I was about to say, oh my god, this seems risky as hell. Kakuing dead. Polnareff of everyone survived. I mean, he was the main character, so might as well, right? We need to get it back. Yep. Yep. It is Joestar's blood to begin with. But, like, what do we do? What does that mean going forward? Like I'm saying, it only makes... If Joseph doesn't survive this story, it doesn't make any sense, in my opinion. I'll pump it myself. He really cares for that old man, huh? Really cares for him, huh? He's gonna go through. Alright, what is it? Oh gosh. Surely, like I said, Dio's gonna continue on, I think, but surely this doesn't, like, kickstart that, right? So my question is, who's gonna be the one that doesn't make sure Dio's body gets in contact with direct sunlight? And who's going to be the one that isn't keeping watch over this? Insane. Who's going to be the one that's not keeping watch over this? And who are we going to blame when Dio fully escapes? He's good. Yeah, this shouldn't even be a thing. But here we are. I mean, I'm glad Joseph made it. What have we done? What have we done? Oh my god. What have we fucking done? But he doesn't have the body of Dio. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I'm putting his ass down. Hell no. He's yeah, I need a specific questions here. Get his ass. Why did he just do that then? Why did he just like, why did he almost get ass beat right there? Nah, dog. I think we fucked up. I think we fucked up. And I don't blame him for wanting to bring him back to life. Are we not going to get to see Suzy Q and Holly reunite? Oh no, I didn't like that. Okay, they saw his body to the sun. Okay. I still think bringing Joseph back was a mistake. Y'all need to make sure every ounce, there's no piece of clothing, piece of body, nothing in that bag. Like, turn that bag inside out, shake it out, make sure. So the two Joestars make it to the end, right? And Polnareff. So we lost Kakyoin, Avdol, and Iggy along the way. Yep. Yep. They did it. I still have a bad feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Now, unless it's in flashbacks, I'm assuming this is the last time we're going to see Joseph, given how much time they skip between seasons. Jotaro could be an old man in Polnareff, but like, he's already, you know, kind of up there. I can't believe I made it to the end. I feel like this season was never going to end. We were in India, we were over here, we were over there, Pakistan. We had just gotten to like China or whatever. So he's permanently going to be missing those fingers and that foot for the rest of his days. His stingy grandson. I would love to see these three meet again, like, in the future. Look at Jotaro showing some personality. God, I wish Kakyoin was here for this. Are they all splitting? Oh, okay. What is this epic walking away meme? I was about to say Holly, Suzuki, Holly. Nice. Okay. This is what we did the whole thing for. I need to see her current physical situation. Alright. And they both live to the end of the story. Nice. Okay. She made it. We might not get the reunion of them seeing her, but all intents and purposes, she looks to be good. I still do not trust that shit, bro. I don't know if they'll show like a sinister Joseph right now, but I do not trust that shit. Alright, or there's not going to be any after credit. There's only like 5 seconds. Unless... End. Nope, there's only 2 seconds. Unless... No, okay. Just making sure. Pretty insane, I'm not going to lie. Now again, I was talking about this at the beginning. I don't know what it was that allowed... Jotaro to move in that space already, other than, you know, the connection between bloodlines, whatever you want to call it. And then what he was then able to do on top of it, I'm not quite sure either. Was he... I don't know if he had control of the space, or did he save the... Because I feel like we saw him, he moved to help hit the construction machine that was being, the little paver put on top of him. I was thinking maybe he saved his 2 seconds of movement to start at the end of Dio cutting off his, so like we're extending it then. But it's like, no, he moved to get that cart off of him. So I don't know. I don't know if he added his 2 seconds on the end of it to make it extend, or he figured out another way to make it possible. I'm not 100% sure. The fight wasn't bad. Loved it. It was pretty great. The colors, again, they kill it with like the color gradient. We saw what, like 3 or 4 different like Dio looks here towards the end. Polnareff survives, Jotaro survives, Joseph survives. And it's pretty great. Again, I don't think I would be fine with it either way. I feel like Dio at this point has just been built up in such an iconic character that, like, I've been saying it for a while. I think he's just going to be the reoccurring villain. Maybe now there might be a part like we had with season 2 or part 2, whatever you want to call it, where there might be another villain contained to that story. But like when we get to part 5 or whatever, like Dio still ends up kind of being that overarching thing. Kind of think of what would I like a switch up from Dio, just something different, you know, because they'll introduce new stands and new abilities. Would we like another switch up, or do we want Dio like boom ready to go to be like the villain for part 4? I feel like I'd be fine with it either way. I wouldn't mind the switch up, but at this point, Dio just being a reoccurring thing, it's not too bad. Again, I don't mind Jotaro by the time we got to the end of it. At the beginning, he definitely wasn't my preferred. I still think of the 3 Joestars that we've gotten introduced to this point, he's still my 3rd ranked. It's Joseph for me, Jonathan, then Jotaro. You want to talk about action scenes and who had the better parts? I mean, it's really part 3 is probably my preferred part of all 3, just because, I mean, how do you compete with this shit? Like, you see what I'm looking at on screen. How do you compete with the stands and the abilities and the script and the writing? Like, I feel like all of it is just better than what part 2 and part 1 was. The stands are still a little bit confusing. Trying to figure out like the cards that the tarot cards they associate with them. I know they don't mean anything, but they kind of like have names and all those type of things. And trying to understand like, oh, what is that? Are there any specifics behind it? As opposed to the Hamon, which I never had a hard time understanding, period. Some of the stands are a bit confusing of like, what's destiny, what's not destiny, especially the kid with a comic book. That was probably the most like biggest question one. But aside from that, all of them seemed decent enough. My really only gripe with this part was just, I feel like the pacing was pretty bad. Tag teamed with like stand of the week. It was like Team Rocket, Scooby-Doo blasting off again. Like, who's the villain this week? As it's slowly pushing the plot forward. Who's the villain this week? I don't know how many, we had 48 episodes, right? We didn't get a stand every episode, but like, how many different stand users do we think we got introduced to? 20 plus? I mean, just off the top of my, what do we have? 8 or 9 just here in this last part once we got to Egypt. Then we had all the ones before. The guy that like turned into gold and controlled the body, the guy that controlled the puppet. And the list just goes on and on. I mean, we might have had 20. We had the, what was that? Stand inside of the ape, the captain that controlled the water. Yeah, I mean, 20 plus stands. On top of getting introduced to the stands of the crew, on top of Dio's, it was a lot. And again, I don't mind seeing all these crazy abilities, but it was just like, we were just like cycling them out, cycle over and over and over. That was kind of like, it was hard to get attached to anything or take anybody serious because, you know, all right, next episode, you know, these people only get 1 to 2 episodes long, just on to the next, on to the next. But some of the stands were like, holy shit. So it was like a give and take. Some of the stands, even though they were only on screen for like 1 episode, they were pretty dope abilities. That's pretty much my only gripe with the season, to be honest. I enjoyed all the characters, Avdol, Kakyoin, Polnareff. Just some moments really felt dragged out because it's like, okay, we're just going continent to country, stand, okay, he's done, stand, done, stand, done. But at the core of it, Dio, his ability, stop time, all of it. Like I said, if I had to put my money on it, he will be a recurring villain. Will he be in the next part, or is it going to be kind of like part 2 was where it's like Dio, something else, Dio, something else, and then Dio again, or is it just like it's Dio full force? But again, music, great. I like, they kind of do it like the Hunter x Hunter does, where they do different riffs of the opening. The piano one is my favorite, the like really creepy, eerie one. I love when they change color schemes on characters. And it's a nice way too. It's like, because you see some characters like some stories will put characters in different outfits. Here though, it's like, we don't have to put them in outfits, just put a different color grade on it. Some of those look amazing, better than the original. And I'm a fan of nice, thick, distinct art and animation. Jojo's does that through and through, so that's great as well. Overall, part 3, probably my favorite part, just because the stands and the abilities, the art and animation. but definitely, again, not my favorite Joestar. Right now, I would oh man, it's hard. Would I rank the parts 3, 2, 1? Probably. And I would rank the Joestars 2, 1, 3. That's how I'll have it with that. We'll see if we end up adding anything in between. I don't know if I'm going to jump right back into JoJo's or do like a little shorter, like 12 episode anime or something, and then come back to part 3. We'll kind of see what Patreon members want to end up doing. And we will go from there. So Dio, the narrator said Dio defeated / dead. Wink, wink, sure. We'll see. And maybe, hey, maybe he's fully gone and we never see Dio again. I highly doubt it. But we'll see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, favorite, subscribe, and as always,